into this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the middle, FC, let's have it right. Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you in here tonight. Late night minerals landing tonight. Goes without saying, guys, if you haven't smashed to pieces that like button, hit that like button. Every single one of you in here, hit the like button. It helps the channel and it just shows a bit of courtesy to me. You know what I mean? And obviously to everyone else in here, they need to see that thumbs up to say we love the Minerals FC. If you haven't got your notifications on, hit your notifications. Goes without saying, if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to 5K. Let's have it right, 5K. We are creeping up, guys. Listen, we do things differently on this channel. We're not like the others. We're not sheep here. We're the shepherds. Let's have it right. So make sure you do that. Like, subscribe, notifications, all that jazz. And on top of that, we've got the membership scheme, which is down below in the description. But what I'll do is, in fact, I'll do it right now. I'll put the membership in the live chat. Let's do this in a tick. We'll do that. And while I do that, everyone, hopefully, hold on a sec. Let's put it in. All right. All right, that's done. So before we do anything, I just got to do one thing. There's 73 people in here. I expect 73 likes. Give me 2 ticks, people. Give me 2 ticks and I'll be back. All right. Not a great. All right, we're back. Now I'm all set. I feel comfortable now. How are we doing with the likes? Let me know in the comments and we get this up and running. 79 likes, 80 likes, whatever it is, 100 likes. We want to get the likes up as big as and as high as possible because it's what is needed to show that you love and appreciate the channel and everything I'm trying to do. So there's 85 people. It's going up. Let's have it right. This is going to go up and up and up. We've got a cracking show tonight. Cracking show. A lot of brown envelope waffle happening around Chelsea Football Club. All these brown envelopes are spitting garbage. As I said on my last stream, now I was very rattled on my last stream. And I spoke from the heart, really. I said how I felt. And I don't regret anything I said. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty spot on with pretty much what I said. It's a game of opinions. We know that. But at the end of the day, listen, I care about what I think, and that's it. If you agree, guys, a lot of you in here, you tend to agree. Some don't, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We move. So big up to every single one of you in here. We'll quickly run through. Let me see who's in here. Leo's in here. Up the minerals. Have all the receipts ready. If this Enzo deal doesn't go through, up the minerals. Mix the minerals. Medina's in here. Hope you're okay after the last show when you were pissed off because of the likes. Because listen, big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. Henrik's in here. Cameron Adams in here. We got Francis, as always. Big up, Johnny Boy. Georgie One Foot's in here. Leicester fan. Big up to you, Geezer. Mitchy Boy, my geezer. Big up, Johnny Boy. Big up to Mitchy Boy. I went on to Chelsea Dan's channel. Big up to Chelsea Dan. Go and follow and subscribe to his channel. He started it up. And I just did I saw it live on my feed and I thought, you know what? I'll go on and say hello and land some minerals and duck out. And that's exactly what I did. But big up to Chelsea Dan, big up to my member, both my members, in fact, Mitchy Boy and Chelsea Dan. Chambers is in here. He says, Tommy T managed to win the fucking UCL with this absolute trash, literally a football genius. Pep and Klopp fear TT. Nobody fears Potter. Chelsea are known for being ruthless. Potter, Mr. Nice Guy. Listen, I'm going to delve into it. I'm going to delve into the presser, the City presser from our gaffer, and we're going to dissect that and go through that. Leo says, need a Stone Island sponsor ASAP. Let's have it right. That would be delightful. Listen, I wear the Stonies all day long. I love it. Love the gear. Love the gear. Proper Italian gear. When I was in Venice and I went to a Stony shop, got a couple of bits or whatever, it was lovely in there. All the latest stuff, but it's Italian guys, you know, they got style, mate. Whether we like it or not, they got style. Big up to Stretters, my geezer. Big up Johnny. A lot of brown envelopes with first class stamps flying everywhere. We know that. It's a standard procedure here. We know this when it involves Chelsea Football Club. We know exactly how these journos operate. We know exactly what they're about. I called them out all summer, and this is their sort of feeding season. They love to feed everyone all their bangers and mash waffle and sell dreams and hopes of certain players coming into the football club because it gets the interaction and they want to build their credibility. They want to keep their credibility consistent, but they don't get it right. And right now, it's like they're throwing shit and hoping it sticks. Whoever it is, whoever we're linked with, it's that kind of narrative right now. So we have to be very, very wary, everyone. Old Havertz, Kayard says, up the Chelsea. Gavman, big up to you. Like and subscribe to the channel for great content regularly. Big up to you. Bartek's in here. Minerals, bruv. Fucking Minerals. Come on. Yeah. Danny HC's in here. Abidas is in here. Enzo, I still think the deal will get done. Maybe it will. But let's not jump ship. Let's not say it's a done deal when it ain't a done deal. I'm sick of hearing these done deals when it ain't. And we see the wishy-washy tweets coming out back and forwards. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It shows you don't know what you're talking about. It shows that your sources are ketchup and mayo, bruv. Not even mayo. Let's leave mayo out of it. Ketchup all day long, all over their face, egg on their face. That's the sources. MLO CFC, big up to you, Geezer. Bartek, we've got shocking great. Come on, bruv. Fatter, big up to your Super Minerals donation. Let's have it right. Landing your minerals to these wrong'uns. Watching Fat Lamppost, Cement Booted, Rat Misses, another sitter, main event entertainment. Big up to you, Fat. I hope you're well, Geezer. I hope you're well. JP, the dog's in here. Mario Pirone says, Enzo deal dragging on. If we got off previous knowledge, it's not a good sign. Listen, when is it ever a good sign when it comes to transfers in Chelsea Football Club? Look at the mess that was going on last summer. Look at it. Koundé, Rafinha, Dembele. All these deals were shocking. Absolutely shocking. Zach Evans, big up to you, Geezer. Hafiz Salani. Loads of new people I'm seeing in here. Big up to every single one of you. All you guys subscribe to the channel. Big up to every single one of you. I appreciate all the support. There's only one way, and it's up to the top. And we're winners. We're all winners here. Just like the Chelsea, we're winners. Even if we're going for a bad patch, we're still winners. We're still the biggest club in London. We're still the Champions League world champions at the minute. We still got our 2 stars champ. No one can take our history away from us. We've won it all. We've won it all. Yeah, it's just temporary. It's just temporary. Half Splendid. Phoebe's in here. Check out the latest Matt Law. Listen, I'm going to get into everything. Don't you worry, guys. I'm getting into everything, bruv. Chelsea Dan, big up to you. Johnny Mills, big up, mate. Thanks for coming on my show, mate. Really was nice to have you on my show. Big up to you, Geezer. Big up to you. All right. Bartek, I've shouted as many as I can, guys. Battersea Boy, we've got loads of you. Dills is in here. Arthur, we got Jadon Sancho. Wow. All right, guys, keep the chat going. Very important, guys. Get in the chat. If you're not in the chat, get in the chat. We should have over 100 likes by now. Let me know in the chat as well. And we need to keep on top of the likes, guys. Big up, Femi. All right. Mitchie, big up to you, Super Minerals. Afraid the deal with brown envelope waffle false. Listen, right. We're going to land it or what? Well, let's get into the brown envelopes. Let's get into them. Let's dig our heels in. Let's feast. Let's drink their tears at the minute. Let's drink their tears. Now, what have we all been told, guys? I did a stream not yesterday, the day before. We've been told it's a done deal. We were told Enzo Fernandez is a done deal. All that needs to be done is the terms, personal terms. They're flying the paperwork by pigeons. Let's have it right. And they still haven't arrived, have they? They still haven't arrived. And Fabrizio Kingpin Brown Envelope Romano has come out and said it's not a done deal. It's not a done deal. So, what's going on? What are we talking about here? Why are we saying Enzo Fernandez is a done deal when it ain't? It's very ballsy to say it's a done deal, but you're a long way from Starbucks. There's no minerals there. It's a big risk. Maybe you're going with someone that said something and it's not quite working out. But clearly, this deal is not getting done. In fact, other reports today is that Chelsea's slowly backing off because they don't want to be forced into paying as much as they're being asked to pay. Well, that's not a done deal, is it, people? Is that a done deal? Absolutely not. Enzo Fernandez, I tell everyone, until I see that player announced on Chelsea's website, Twitter, all their platforms, and he's holding the shirt, and you can go buy a Here We Go Fabrizio, it's all bangers and mash, waffle, clout chasing, credibility chasing. There's nothing there that's got substance. It's someone wants to call it out first and be the big bollocks daddy I am wannabe brown envelope, kingpin brown envelope, but you're never going to get to that level. Now, what if it is true and Fabrizio don't like it? Fabrizio's the kingpin, bruv. He's the one that's got to go ahead with the deal. He's got to say to everyone, the deal's going ahead. It's a here we go. So maybe he doesn't want some 17-year-old toothpick claiming the fame for it and all the glory. Maybe that's that. Maybe Simon Phillips is retracting, thinking, shit, I've put this kid on a platform now and look at it. It's not going too healthy at the minute. Maybe there's that as well. Maybe we should actually digest and think about what we do when we put content out and information out, especially sensitive information like this. You can't be throwing it out. You can't be using kids that are not experienced in the game. What sources are you going by? Are Chelsea Football Club going to use 17, 18-year-old kids? They use that team sheet merchant for the team sheet. But when it comes to actual transfers, the guy's a long way from Starbucks. The guy's a mess. He's a car crash. Let's have it right. He's an absolute car crash. So I can't stand all these young'uns get involved in wanting to be journalists and studying for journalism and all that. And they want to be that brown envelope. It's long. We're not interested in that. We want credible, truthful information. We want to be able to trust the information that we read and that we see. We don't want it pumped down our timelines, shoveled down our throats continuously every minute, every 20, 30 minutes of every day, throughout the day, when it's all just hit and miss. It's all taking chances. It's unacceptable. Like, it's come to the point now where you think, who is credible? Who is credible? Ornstein's got involved in this Enzo deal. Ornstein's got involved in Mudryk. So what we say now, Ornstein's untouchable. Bollocks. No chance. None of them are. None of them are untouchable. It's like, you've got to be precise. You've got to be one of those that don't take those risks. If you want that full credibility, you can't take risks like that. The moment you start taking risks, that's when your reputation goes in the bin. Because all it takes is one big signing, one big deal to not go through, and your reputation's in the mud. That's the fine margins for these journos. But they get handed the brown envelopes to push out information, like I say, to help other clubs who are selling certain players, help other agents. Agents use them to go against the clubs that they're at to get the best deals for their players, for their clients. So no one's a saint here. No one's an angel in this game. They're all vampires. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. And like I say, it is always this game. It doesn't change. You know, it's like people messaging me today going, "You're right, Johnny. Did this, that." Listen, you all thought, nah, he's off his mind. This geezer, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But go back and look at last summer. Look at Lukaku. How many brown envelopes lied about Lukaku, saying it's a Tuchel signing? It's bollocks. He was never a Tuchel signing. There's proof there that it weren't a Tuchel signing. Oh, he's a yes man. He was a yes man, bruv. He had to accept the deal from Roman Abramovich. That was the going rate. That's the deal. When you're a manager under Roman Abramovich, you have to accept the players that are signed and you have to make it work. If you don't make it work, you're out the door, son. Unless you win. I said it. If Roman wasn't sanctioned and he was still here, Lukaku would still be here and Tuchel would have got sacked because they value Lukaku as an asset. The manager can be changed. Doesn't cost them as much. Well, let's go into last summer. Let's go Koundé, bruv. Koundé, how many deals with Koundé? That we were a done deal with Koundé. It's almost a here we go, guys. Almost a here we go. Not quite here we go, but almost. Yeah, waffle. Bangers and mash, waffle. No gravy, no onions. Same old narrative. And what did the deal go for? We bid what? 65 million sterling? What? That's almost over 70 million euros. Oh, what? Barcelona paid what? 55 million euros and the deal got accepted. Don't mock us. Don't mock us. Because that's what you're doing. You're having a bubble. Now, Mudryk now. Isn't Mudryk a bundle of laughs, guys? Mudryk. I told everyone. They're using us, our name, to push out and force Arsenal into paying the 80 million euros or whatever it is Shakhtar Donetsk want for that player. All right? They've created this hypothetical bidding war now between Chelsea. The nonsense is Bowley is there. He's going to outbid whatever Arsenal pay. What kind of nonsense is that? Who actually buys that? Think about it. Deep that. He's basically saying, yeah, Shakhtar going to say Arsenal bid 80 million euros. All right, I'm going to bid 85 million euros. Arsenal going to go in and bid 90 million euros. And then Bowley's going to go, no, let's not be stupid. That's not how business is. If we're really interested in a player, you hush, hush. You don't tell anyone. You work behind the scenes. You tap up the player. You sell the project to the player behind the scenes. And then you put in an offer under the table and you do an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. That's the proper way to do it. That's how Roman Abramovich did it. That's how he was dealing with Haaland. NDA, bruv. So it doesn't embarrass the club. Right now, these brown envelopes are using our football club and embarrassing our name. Like we're getting outbid. Like we're getting outchosen by other clubs. Like we're just cheap. Like we ain't got no pull. That's what they're doing. But the only reason they're using Chelsea Football Club is because we've got a lot of money to spend, more than Arsenal. We've got more than Arsenal, more than Liverpool. We've probably got in financial fair play, we've got more than any other club because we're debt-free. And all this nonsense, oh, we don't know how they're going to do Enzo, Felix and Mudryk and be in financial fair play. Let's have it right. That's what brown envelopes are for under the table. If Bowley's a billionaire, he's going to find a way. He's going to find loopholes with Vivell. It's how it goes, mate. Let's not be naive about it. We'll do it as well. But let's have it right. Linking us to Mudryk is a ploy for me. It's all a game. It's all a game. It's a great tactic to get Arsenal to pay up the money. And the likelihood is they probably will, because you saw them last night. They were quite toothless. They didn't have something. But the only thing I have with Mudryk is he's not a striker. He's a winger. So what, you telling me he's going to bench Saka or he's going to bench Martinelli, who are playing in form? That doesn't make sense to me. What are you going to do? You're going to drop in Nketiah and put Martinelli as a striker and then have this Mudryk there? I don't know, mate. Like, it's a player that they don't really need to go for. They need a striker. So, again, are Chelsea taking advantage of this? What are we supposed to believe, guys? Because I don't believe anything they say anymore. I generally don't. I generally don't. I generally don't. Guys, let me know what the likes are on. Big up to every single one of you. Big up Hannah in here as well. Lovely to see you in here, Hannah. Ben talks Chelsea. We've got Matt H. Top Bins, big up. It's like Jack Nicholson said to Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men, the truth, you can't handle the truth. Keep exposing the frauds, Johnny. Let's have it right. Big up to Alan Hilson. Hello, Johnny boy. Big up to you. Big up to all you guys that are new in here. Only 69 likes, guys. We've got 142 people in here. Let's land it. Let's land it. Hold on, Johnny. There's a pigeon with an injured wing in my back garden. It seems to have some sort of paperwork attached to it. It couldn't be, could it? Listen, it could be. Those paperworks for bits I was talking about with Enzo Fernandez. I'm telling you, pigeons are flying it, mate. Pigeons are flying it. And maybe they're a pigeon down. Who knows? There's a slight delay there, guys. Listen, deals are made in advance. Deals are made at World Cups. While the World Cup's going on, you don't think Bowley, who was there, and Iqbali are talking to Enzo Fernandez's party, his whole agent and his entourage? Of course he is. Tapping him up. Talking to Benfica. Let's have it right. Let's not be stupid. These deals happen in advance. But what's going on? What's the hold up? Are we even really in for this player? Is it a whole ploy by his agent and Benfica, who maybe can't afford the player and they need to pay a River Plate and they want to sell the player? and they want a bidding war and they want another club to come in and it's January and they want it to go all the way to deadline date. I've seen it all before, the same old story. It just elongates, goes all the way down to the very last few days, and they milk the saga. They milk these clicks. That's what they do, these wrong-uns, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Big up to Srinif in here. Thanks, Suit Meals. Big up, Johnny. These are the brown envelopes wanting CR7. Just seeing their football knowledge is baffling. Guess common sense ain't common anymore. Let's have it right. And let's have it right. Ornstein was shoehorning Ronaldo onto us. Don't forget that. He was breaking that news. Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio Romano, Matt Laws, all these guys were shoehorning Cristiano Ronaldo. Bring it up. We're going to go, listen, there's no way Cristiano Ronaldo was coming to Chelsea Football Club. There's no way Manchester United will sell Cristiano Ronaldo, or even when his contract's terminated. Where is Cristiano Ronaldo now? He's gone to another league, a dead league. Let's have it right. He's gone for the money because he's at an age now. No one wants him. He's tarnished that kind of like that reputation. Yeah, let's have it right. When you hang around with Piers, what's his name? Piers Morgan, yeah, Epstein Island merchant, then you have to be very, very wary of people like that. You stay well clear of people like that. I've got ties with people like that because it's bad news. Media's bad news, bruv. Media's bad news, bruv. Trevor Smith, big up to you, geezer. Dino, big up to you. Big up Johnny, up the Chelsea, up Mills FC, ready for tomorrow, me. We need to get a lovely 3 points at the bridge against, mate, I would love 3 points tomorrow. I really would. Big up Nutty Blue. Right, guys, we've got 158 people in here. Every single one of you, do me the favor and hit that like button. Just press it now, guys. Press it now. And subscribe, guys. If you're new in here, subscribe. Big up to every single one of you. So my thing is this, right? It's like I tweeted today. You got Mudryk, Joao Felix, Enzo Fernandez, Mukoko. Who's the other one? Liao. 5 players. You look at like, give me a break, yeah. Look at these 5 players. Right? Liao, 100 million. Felix, astronomical wages, loan, 250 grand a week and a loan fee. Enzo Fernandez, 120 million euros. Mudryk, 80 million euros, maybe more. Mukoko, another 100 million euros. Where are we going? Where are we spending all this money? We ain't buying all these players. They're linking us to everyone. And like I say, you're throwing shit, hoping it sticks. You want to be that one that breaks a story. Instead, just be reliable, man. Say it how it is. Say the truth. That's all we care about. We respect you more for it. We respect all of them more for it. But linking us to all these players. And what does it make our club look like? It makes us look like Bowley's just doing scattergun approach. Like all the Talk Sport and all the platforms were pushing out that narrative about Bowley doesn't know what he's doing. That's the message they're sending. That's dangerous as well, because that means when you go out in the market, people take advantage of you. People have seen already that we spent 350 million in that summer window. And what have we got to show for it? Realistically, what have we got to show for it? I've heard people talking about selling fucking, what's his name? Koulibaly already. He's on like a 3-4 year deal. You know, he just bought the guy. Sterling. What have we got to show for it? Yeah. We're in a massive transition. We've got players that are all ending their contract. It's just ideal. So ideal for these journos to use our name with any possible target and do deals and get those brown envelopes, like I say, from Shakhtar Donetsk are probably sorting out certain journos like the Fabrizio Romanos, these Ben Jacobs and all these people. Ben Jacobs, let's not forget Ben Jacobs. Everyone thinks he's a lovely guy, very nice guy. I'm sure he is, yeah. I'm sure he's a lovely fella. But look at the platform he works with. Just look at the platform he works with and tell me if they're a small fry. Don't know what's going on. I think the brown envelope's trying to take me down, guys. So big up to every single one of you in here. They won't take me down, bruv. But just think about the platforms that they work with, the platforms they go on. Fabrizio Romano uses YouTube, yeah. He goes on YouTube and he's shoehorning us with Felix. Everyone, you've seen it. I think it was the London Blue podcast, the one that works with Matt Law and all them lot, putting about Felix. Oh, it's with Nizar Kinsella. This guy, what does he ever get right, this fella? What does Nizar Kinsella ever get right? Nothing. I swear he doesn't. But do you remember the battle between Nizar Kinsella and Matt Law when it come to the Saudi media group and the Bowley Consortium? Do you remember that? And they were trying to mud each other. It's long, mate. We're not interested in that. We're not interested in your little vendettas between each other. We're interested in our football club and our football club being respected in the media. That's what we care about. That's what we care about, bro. Yeah. Guys, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys. All your support is necessary. The bigger we can get as a platform, the bigger we can shut down all these frauds, because there's too many in the game. There's too many in the game claiming to be someone when they're not. And it's like, how much are we going to tolerate this? I'm sick of it, mate. How people can believe a little toothpick 17-year-old kid who made compilations, bruv. Yeah? Built up his account. Talked about the loan army and all this nonsense, right? Which is great. That's actually more credible, bruv. But don't tell me that you know sources and that you know, and then you got a bigger player in the game, Simon Phillips, and you got Dan who do their thing, their podcast, and you got this guy coming along. No, mate. There's no credibility there. And even if Enzo Fernandez does sign, you still are mudded, mate. Because you jumped the gun. And the moment you jump the gun, it's like I say, you're throwing shit hoping it sticks. And you hope it lands. But it doesn't look very, very controlled. Doesn't look assured to me. Looks like brownie points. And those brownie points look like shit at the minute. And I'm all for it. So, guys, let's get into it. I wanna go into let me get the Twitter up. I hope everyone is cool. I hope everyone has had a great day, and you're all in positive minds. Make sure you stay positive, yeah. And that is the most important thing. All right, so let me just let me try and get Twitter up. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right, so as you can see here, Fabrizio Romano, understand there's no, look at that in capitals, no agreement after new meeting today between Chelsea and Benfica for Enzo Fernandez. It was never a done deal. It's not a done deal as of now. After meetings and talks, there's still no agreement on key details on clause and payment terms. Wow. Wow. Now, this is the kingpin, bruv. This is the kingpin. This is the guy. This is the guy that everyone says is gospel. It's the word. Yeah? Now, there is clearly a long way to go in this deal, if there is a deal. All right? There's a long way to go. We've been told, let's have it right. We've been told a done deal. We've been told that it's not a done deal now. We've been told that Enzo Fernandez only wants Chelsea. We've been told that it's up to Rui Costa and we need the final go ahead. We've been told Chelsea are now sort of thinking of standing off a little bit because of the fee that Benfica are asking for. All right? We've been told all these things, guys. Everything I've said. We've also been talked about paperworks. Where is that all now? Something's not going on. Something's not right. Something's not right. So it's there for everyone to see, and everyone has seen it today. We know about that. But this stinks, absolutely stinks. When you're involved in Rui Costa, it absolutely stinks. This is like severe monkey, bruv. Yeah. Do you remember Monkey after the Koundé deal and they wrote a massive dissertation on Twitter? Who does that about Chelsea's interest on a player that is sold? It's ridiculous. It's nonsense. It's to cover up the brown envelope circus, the absolute mess and howlers that were flying about. And then you got Koundé himself. Let's not forget when he was announced, he was saying, yes, Chelsea were after me. I was going to go. Don't lie, bruv. You're told what to say, all these guys. They're all told what to say. And it's an absolute joke. Let's land the facts. We're landing facts here. You can go back on my streams. I've pulled all these tweets up. I've pulled all these things up to back it all. Nothing here. I'm not lying. I'm not bullshitting. I'm telling you straight facts here. So it's sensitive to this Enzo Fernandez deal. It's like they're waiting for a club to come in. They're waiting for someone to come in. They want a bidding war. They want competition. Or they're setting it up for a club that generally are interested in him behind the scenes. And they're using Chelsea's name to force that club into making a move because they're making it out like Chelsea's close and that Enzo wants Chelsea, so they'll panic. There's all these tactics going on behind the scenes. So I don't buy any of this. I'm not going to buy that we're signing Enzo Fernandez. I said from day one, I haven't bought into it, and I'm not. I'm still not going to until I get that here we go, which is still that's losing its credibility. If I hear done deals and all this, it's all nonsense. If I hear done deals from any other player, any other deal, it's nonsense for me. Until that player is holding the shirt and it's actually official signing, then I'm not for it. I'm just not going to buy into it. And I would advise all you guys on Minerals FC to have a similar thought process because you'll be less stressed for it. You won't feel like you're getting mugged off. In fact, by you not thinking about it and digesting what they're feeding us, you're actually mugging them off. And that's good. The less interaction they get, it's better. It's better. It means they're not doing their job right. They love to get the interaction. They love to be the story. They want to be the front page. Let's have it right. Don't forget that. Listen, Aban says we've agreed a fee, but the payment terms. Listen, what fee have we agreed? How can you agree a fee? How can you agree a fee if there's no payment terms? Listen, the fee is the problem. The fee is the problem. And then you do have the payment terms. You do have those. But then you've got the players' terms as well. This is not just a simple deal to be done because River Plate are included. When you've got a third party who are owed money, remember that deal. Who was the deal? Remind me, guys, in the chat. Who was the deal in the summer? And there was a third party. It was Koundé. It was Koundé, wasn't it? Koundé's previous club from Sevilla. And they had to be paid, not Sevilla, the club that Sevilla bought Koundé from, they had to pay that club a certain amount of money, and that's why Monkey wanted a higher amount. This is a similar situation to Benfica. When you get into these things, it's very, very complicated, and there's a lot of stopgaps there. Bordeaux, thank you. Koundé and Bordeaux, that's all right. Yeah. Personal terms are always agreed before anything. Personal terms are always agreed. That's a fact. That's the easy part. The hard part is the clubs and the clubs doing a deal. That's the hard part. And it will get even more complicated and spicy when another club goes in for Enzo Fernandez and he has his head turned or there's another club that he's interested. We're told, let's have it right, we're told that he wants Chelsea Football Club. Of course you're going to say that and broadcast that. We have to see. But as far as I'm concerned, Enzo Fernandez, nice player. Is he the priority? Yes and no. He can play a ball from midfield. He can get a goal. We've seen his attributes, and I think, like I say, yes, we haven't got other players in the midfield that offer those attributes. So yes, he is a good addition. But for that money, I still think it's a risk. I think it's a risk buying a World Cup player, having a great tournament, and trying to translate that to club football, and not only club football, but Premier League football at Chelsea. So these are my red flags, yeah? But so far, the red flags have already been thrown about. And it's not just a toothpick that's coming out with all this done deal. There's a lot of other platforms that keep recycling its done deal. I'm going to bring one of them up right now. Let's bring one of them up here. And I don't know who this person is. Rudy Galetta. Let's see who he is. He's a journalist for TV Dello Sport, Sky Sports. Yeah, he's got a fairly big platform. I've not heard of this guy, but he's on here. He's on here. And he's put here Enzo Fernandez from Benfica to Chelsea is a done deal in capitals. Total operation 127 million euros to 128 million to be paid in installments in all likelihood 3 tranches for the player. Medicals and signing could happen within a week. Listen, this is what I'm saying, guys. This is just one of them. There's another guy. I wish I bookmarked it. There's another so-called journalist who's got a verification tick, and he's been around in the summer as well. I don't know if anyone knows his name, but he's what's his name? Is it Puella? And then you got some Panini fella. I don't know who this Panini fella is, but this guy's like done deal and all this nonsense. You got all these so-called young'uns coming out with it's a done deal. Well, it's not a done deal. When Fabrizio Romano's coming out and saying it's not a done deal, you don't look too healthy, do you guys? You don't look too healthy, and you're jumping the gun, hoping that the deal goes through. And even if it really does go through, you still are exposed for going so ahead of the game, so ahead that you've gone with some sort of like one hair on a nutsack and you're hanging off it at a minute, you know. All right, that Panini's a troll. Well, there you go. Says it all, doesn't it? But I've seen him a lot on the timeline and all these people. We know the usual. Now, someone tagged me in this, and I like this tweet. This tweet was quality. Where is it? Here we go. So let's bring this up. So we got Mirza C, you've got this. You really said it yesterday. They're just waffling. They know nothing about what Chelsea's doing. They think they know. But listen, let's have it right. Their sources are telling them information. Whether they know someone directly at Chelsea, I'm not so sure, guys. I'm not so sure. But there is, you cannot deny, you cannot deny that Todd Boehly does use the media. Roman Abramovich, Marina Granovskaya, they did use certain journalists. Matt Law was one of those journalists, and he's in the mud at the minute. Let's have it right. He's been roiling the mud. In fact, he said Koundé was so close to being done as well. Remember that? After reporting that Tuchel doesn't want Koundé, when the initial truth was Tuchel never wanted Koundé, and that Chelsea never bid for Koundé. But Matt Law came out and said, we're so close to getting it done in a matter of what, days, he said? So, listen, guys, a lot of journalists have been muddied. Maybe Bowley's choosing different brown envelopes that he wants to use. But Ben Jacobs here, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what he said here. So, Chelsea's interest in Mikhailo Mudryk doesn't worry Arsenal. Arsenal remain optimistic. Shakhtar still want more money up front, an overall package close to 80 million euros. Arsenal's second bid was under 70 million euros. So they're well under. They're well under at the minute. And it says here, multiple sources anticipate Mudryk is more likely to end up at Arsenal. No shit. The opportunity for Chelsea will only emerge if Arsenal walk away, and Arsenal's calmness from the situation comes from the fact that they have a maximum price in mind to do exactly that, regardless of a rival suitor. Should Chelsea make a massive offer well above market value and beyond Arsenal's top-end valuation, it would play into Shakhtar's hands, but Arsenal won't get involved in a bidding war. Chelsea have not yet made an offer, even a verbal one, for Mudryk. Todd Boehly will discuss the opportunity further with senior Shakhtar representatives at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea know a successful hijack won't come cheap or at a value value that Mudryk is still pushed for Arsenal. Listen, let's have it right. This player wants to go to Arsenal. Mudryk, Shakhtar teammates have been joking since summer that he's already joined, and he is in regular contact with Zinchenko as well as watching almost every Arsenal. Listen, this absolutely reeks, guys. It absolutely reeks of a lovely orchestration to force Arsenal Football Club, like I said two streams ago, to force Arsenal Football Club into upping their bid, which is under 60 million euros. They want, close to 80. So they're under 70 million euros. And that's including like their add-ons, how they break up the deal. So what are you telling us here? What? Bowley's going to have their representatives at the Chelsea game tomorrow night. Is that what we've been told? Yeah, that they're going to be there. In fact, we've been told that the whole consortium will be at the bridge tomorrow night. What is it? Is it to assess Potter? Is it to look at Potter? Is it to speak to more brown envelopes to push out information? Is it to speak to more representatives around this player or other players? There's a lot going on. The reality is, no one has a Scooby. Unless you're like a player or an agent of a player at Chelsea who's really directly involved in Chelsea and in direct contact with the owners, you ain't going to know nothing. You're only going to be told by sources. Sources tell you what they want to tell you. They also use these journalists to push out information like this. And that's why we call them brown envelopes. Because sources are brown envelopes as well. It's not just the journalists. It's a cesspool out there. It's madness. It's a circus. We have to be very, very concerned, guys. Be very, very concerned, guys, about what's going on. Yeah? Big up Bobby Smokey Signals in here, my member. Big up CFC Stan. Barcelona will sign him for 20 million, Johnny. Yeah, can you imagine? Let me run through quickly, guys. Hit that like button, guys. Got 176 people in here, close to 200 people. Let's all smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, guys. Let's get on it. Let's get on it. Let me see here. Right, so let's go. Let's go. We'll carry on. We've got some juicy ones. So you all seen that one. Right. Chelsea are moving and trying to sign Mudryk in case Arsenal deal collapses. Chelsea will be there if it does. Fabrizio Romano on YouTube. Can you see the nonsense here? Can you see the narrative? Listen, they know what they're doing. They build narratives day by day. They build it day by day. That was on the 2nd of January. We're now the 4th of January. They build these stories out. They plant the seed. I saw Mudryk come out a couple of days ago, and now all of a sudden it's heating up to distract you from the Enzo Fernandez shit show at the minute. And that's the reality. And the reality is, are we likely to sell either of these players? Probably not. Probably not. I do not buy Mudryk coming to Chelsea. Don't buy it. I think he looks a decent player, but I actually think we probably need him more than an Arsenal does. Funny enough, because he's that sort of winger profile player that we kind of need. So it does make sense. The number 8 for Enzo, I think we need a DM more than we need a number 8. We need a DM, guys. And we're not seeing that. Big up to Freezy in here. He says, oh, mate, love this at work. Bored as fuck now. I can listen to the Minerals. Big up to you, geezer. Enjoy. Listen, we're going to continue to expose the brown envelopes. And that's exactly what we're going to do. That's what we do here. Listen, we'll give them props as well. But really, where's the props due, man? Where's it due? It's just shocking, mate. Absolutely shocking. Felix as well, guys. How many times have they thrown out about Felix? Always, oh, now Chelsea stand off because the loan's too expensive. They're pushing Arsenal and Man United with Felix. Like, what is going on, guys? What is going on? No one knows anything. They're actually pushing Declan Rice as well. Declan Rice ain't coming this window. So what's the point in talking about Declan Rice? Why? That's a summer story. Not now. Not now. Unless you're going to sign him now, which is very unrealistic. Very unrealistic. Right, so let's get out of here. Let's go to my profile quickly. Right, so we can see here. Let's go to this one. We can see here. Shakhtar Donetsk director will be in London this week, and he's expected, at the stadium for Chelsea-Manchester City game. Chelsea and Shakhtar will discuss about Mudryk in the next 24 hours. Also, Arsenal remain direct talks and a player's current priority. Listen, let's have it right. Let's expose it. Where do Arsenal play in the UK? London. Chelsea play in London. But it fits the narrative to say that these guys are going to be at Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. Maybe they are because they just want to watch a very good game, an intense game. Maybe it's just that. Let's not buy into that. Not until something solidifies. Not until something is concrete and real. We've got here, Fernandez has already spoken to Benfica head coach. On today's training session, he confirmed that he wants to move as a main priority. He wants Chelsea move as a main priority. Negotiations will continue between the two clubs later tonight. Crucial 48 hours to close. Well, it's been 2 days already since his tweet. Sorry, 22 hours since his tweet. And he's already come out and said today it's not a done deal. So, I mean, it's very vague. It's super recycled, absolutely recycled information. And then obviously today, 15 minutes, whenever I took this screenshot, understand there's no agreement under new me. It's not a done deal. It was never a done deal. Never a done deal, guys. All right. So that's that. Let's get into this. Now, I want to bring this up. I call these like the little brown envelope melts. Every single one of them. Let me just take this off. Sorry, Stan. I'm blocked and I blocked this guy, CFC Pies and Mash. If you want to share it in the chat, I'll read it out. Share it in the chat, I'll read it out. But here, guys, I want you to see something here. All right. You can see there's certain accounts. There are more, but you can see the accounts that can't handle the minerals. And they can't handle the minerals because I'm not on that narrative. I don't agree. And because they all agree with each other and they all on the same forget these people. I don't forget them. And you can see, like someone said, there's a lot of badge of honours there. A lot of badge of honours there. So big up. This is the Minerals FC. Let's drink the minerals in as we do all day long, every day, 24/7. And we drink all their tears. Now, you can see the ones there. You can see the ones there that are just full of it, really. And they've just all been exposed, which I love that. So it's lovely. So let's move on from that. I just want to prove something. It was just to prove that my voice isn't welcome with these guys. My voice isn't welcome, is it? Is it now? What a shame. All right, guys. What are we saying here? What's the CFC piss saying? What's he said? What's he quoted? Coming in. Yes, he was, Bartek. He was indeed, but it's all for show, you see. It's all for show. And when you get called out and you know you're mudded and you're royally mudded, and you think you're bigger than what you are, that's what happens, guys. They show their true colours, and they're like chameleons. They change to suit their surroundings. Two-faced, all snakes, every single one of them. But I don't want them anyway. Very poor, guys. Very poor. Do you know what I mean? Very, very poor. But anyway, let's move on from that nonsense. Let me just get this out. Try and get across now. There we go. All right. We'll go to here. Let's run it down. All right. Also, let's have it right. We're the Chelsea, mate. This was quality.
Chelsea, 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 Chelsea.
Let's have it right, guys. Chelsea all the way, mate. All the way. Chelsea all the way. So let's just go to home. Let's go home. Oh, look, people are quote. What's all this then? It's a joke. It's an absolute. We've been told that Simon Phillips, big up to the geezer, but bruv, you got a fucking toothpick, 17-year-old kid, and you're putting him as a source that knows about our transfers is a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's almost like a mockery of our football club. This kid was making comps, bruv. Built his account up, and now what? All of a sudden, he's a little journo now, wannabe brown envelope, like a CFC pies and mash, bruv. CFC piss, making comps, and then doing... There we go, guys. Well, people understand what my message is and what I've been trying to say. That was from my last stream, so there we go. Anyway, I don't know. You have to let me know, guys, what the going rate is with all these. I don't know what's going on. All right. So anyway, I'll take that off, guys. What has Fabrizio tweeted then? Has he tweeted? As Fabrizio Romano tweeted, let's go to Fabrizio Romano then. Let's go to Fabrizio Romano. There we go. All right, so we got some latest news. Let's go to it. Let's bring it up. The Kingpin brown envelope. Let's see what he's got to say. He says Chelsea official proposal for Enzo Fernandez was never 120 million euros or 127 million euros. The final proposal made to Benfica was 85 million euros fee. Chelsea have never discussed 120 million release clause. There's no agreement at all after new meetings in the afternoon, as revealed earlier. So, that's live. That's instant. Let's have it right. Toothpick in the mud. All in the mud. Every single brown envelope, you're all in the mud. You absolute bangers and mash. Waffle merchants. No onions, no gravy, no sauce. Disgusting, tastes like garbage. Let's have it right. They're all mudded. Listen, we mudded them 2 streams ago before this came out. This is the royal mudding. It's the royal mudding. That's what you do when you trust children, bruv. You trust children trying to be a little brown envelope. This is live as you like. Fabrizio Romano's just literally just landed it. He doesn't want anyone else getting the limelight. Let's have it right. He's the Kingpin brown envelope himself. But, you know, this is a problem. This is a problem. We've been fucking mocked. We've been mocked. This is disgusting. How can you say all these things about our football club? How many brand envelopes I brought up on my Twitter before this announcement? How many have I brought up, guys? That are saying it's done deals and this and that. How many times have we seen done deals? Done deal what? Done deal what? Done deal that you're in the mud. Let's put them all in the woods, guys. Every single one of them. They're all in the woods. They're in the mud. I'm sick and tired of hearing this circulated news, this done deals, these, oh, I know this and I know that. Fuck that shit. All we know is when Chelsea FC announce it on the official sites and all their platforms, that is when it's a here we go. That's when it's a done deal, because up to that point, anything can happen. Anything can be, listen, done, bruv. It's done. It's over. It's over. It's over. Enzo Fernandez, you sold dreams. It's not just about the toothpick, though. It's about others as well. It's all the others with big platforms. You were feeding into this Enzo Fernandez. We're negotiating this and that. 80. Let's bring it up again. It says 85 million euro fee was the proposal made from Chelsea to Benfica. That's a long way from Starbucks. Chelsea have never discussed 120 million release clause. Guys, listen, what did I tell you lot? This was brewing, yeah? A narrative has been built up. To be honest with you, the little toothpick, 17-year-old comp maker, whatever, he's been used as a pawn by the big daddies. And the big daddies tested the waters. And they used other platforms. But what are we hearing about? 2 days ago, Mudryk. 2 days ago, Mudryk. What's building up now? Mudryk. What's going to happen? I swear, if Arsenal go and announce they've signed Mudryk, they're all getting royally mudded. Forget this one. It's the Mudryk one. The Mudryk one's a killer, because you're linking us to a Arsenal Football Club. You're bringing in another London club, trying to get more money out of both of us. If just Arsenal, this is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Listen, I don't respect none of them. I don't respect any of them. Why should I respect them when all they do is bullshit? You know about Fabrizio. You say respect Fabrizio. Fabrizio, the way he orchestrated Rafinha's and the Koundé deals, I'll never forget that. That was disgusting. The way that they covered up for Lukaku, I will never accept that. Never. The amount of arguments and idiots I had on my timeline, on my mentions about Lukaku, and they're all in the mud, every single one of them. Every single one of them are in the mud. Liam Taney, where are you, son? Where are you? You're a long way from Starbucks. Liam Taney, yeah, that's right. You ain't got a right to speak. The amount of spew he gave me on my Twitter, getting in my comments and my mentions, trying to write essays. Oh, yeah, it's not like Klopp and Liverpool. Shut up. We're Chelsea Football Club. That's who you're reporting on. Lukaku was bought by Roman and his son and Marina, and Tuchel had no say about it. Let's have it right. Let's land the minerals, yeah? So don't tell me that these guys from the Athletic and these Ornsteins, they're all part of the same circle. They all feed off each other. And Matt Law, we want to talk about Matt Law. Matt Law, you absolute liar. And the amount of shit that this guy's spreading. Let's read it out. What is he spreading right now? What's he bringing up, this Matt Law? What's Matt Law? Do you know what Matt Law brings up today? I'll read it while the fella's up here, yeah, in my arms, because he's mudded. Tuchel was introduced to Chelsea's final summer signing. For a split second, he couldn't put a name to the face, but fortunately, he was able to identify Dennis Zakaria quickly enough that the moment didn't become too embarrassing. That's Matt Law and Tuchel and Zakaria signing. Now, this is the thing. Not only does it stir shit up right now, because it's old news, it's bringing up something from under the carpet, but it also supports my argument. And I love it when brown envelopes work for Johnny Minerals. That's the best. You cannot. That's golden. That is, we drink that in, guys. And I'll explain why. They work for me, yeah? And they back me up, because what he's saying is Tuchel didn't even know about the signings coming in. At that moment in time, you say, and I hear it on the timeline, Tuchel, these are all Tuchel signings. Wake up, drink in the minerals, and understand that Bowley bought these players. Chelsea Football Club bought these players. They were not Tuchel signings. I stood by it, and this only backs me up. And I'm all for it. But at the same time, the timing's shit. The timing's wrong, and that's why he's still a brown envelope, one of the finest, yeah. But he's wrong for the timing. If you had the bollocks and the minerals, Matt Law, you would have put this out way early after the sacking of Tuchel. But you didn't do that because you know why? You're in the pocket of Chelsea. You want that regular source of information because if you'd done that, it would have pissed off Bowley, Clearlake, and Chelsea Football Club, and you would have been further down the ladder. And let's have it right. These brown envelopes play snakes and ladders. That is their game, bruv. Snakes and ladders. That is what they play. Forget chess. This ain't chess or checkers. It's snakes and ladders. And this is what these brown envelopes are. Journalists, media. They all want to get up, but they can quickly go right down. They have to play it very, very carefully and tread very, very carefully. So thank you very much, Matt Law. Thank you very, very much for supporting me. And obviously, I own the fella. I own the brown envelopes. They got nothing on me. Let's have it right. And we continue, guys. We continue to keep mudding these brown envelopes. Let's have it right. Guys, like and subscribe. Everyone in here, please like the video. We've got over 200, we've got 226 people, whatever, 230. Let's like this video. Let's subscribe to the channel. Let's grow as big as we can and take over all these wrong-uns because they're a joke, mate. They're an embarrassment. But let's have it right. DiMarzio. Is he another one in the mud? Is he another one in the mud? Look, guys, let's just reiterate. We offered 80 odd million euros for Enzo Fernandez. All this talk of it's a done deal and 120 million euros split into installments is all bang as a mash waffle. It's all fraudulent. It's fraudulent, bruv. Let's have it right. So let's take everything with a pinch of salt. Simon Johnson, let's have it right. I'll get rattled by him. Simon Johnson is one of the biggest. He's the one that pushed out. It's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. It's when. About Frank Lampard getting sacked on TalkSport after the game against, I think it was Leicester. Yeah, let's have it right. He's a wrong one in the game. He's with the Athletic. He's an Ornstein fella, Liam Taney fella. They're all one big clique. Athletic, forget that. Do you think I want to work with the Athletic? Do you think I want to work with Sky Sports? All these jokes, They're just puppeteers. All these guys, absolute puppeteers. So I want to read that out. Obviously, people were making this up, and it did make me laugh. This thing did make me laugh. It is comical. There's a little toothpick there. But anyway, we move on. Right. So listen. Some people just don't know, and some people do. And the ones that do are very quiet. Remember that. The ones that know are quiet. They don't need to do all this stuff. They don't need to see. You know what I mean? We don't need to. Right, so let me just quickly go on here. Guys, while I'm doing something, like the video, subscribe to the channel, guys. This has been a great show. What a banger. An hour and 9 minutes of just pure mudding, minerals, exposing. And the thing is, I don't really want to have to do that. I'd be happy to just talk great things about these fellas and all these guys in their professions, but do your job right. Do your job right. It's like, stop praising, like Stretter's Muggy, stop praising Santa Claus for delivering presents. It's his job. It's his job, bruv. Yeah? It's his job. Do your job correctly. Tell the truth. You're there to report. Tell the truth. But let's have it right. It's not as cut as dry as that. It's so corrupt. It's so brown enveloped. So many bribes going on. So many deals getting done. Let's have it right. You know, they're all the same. They're all cut from the same cloth, and they're all against each other. You know, they're in a battle with each other. Big up to every single one of you. Big up to every single one of you. Let's have it right. I love stuff like that when it breaks up. It's exciting, isn't it? It's absolutely exciting. We love all that. All right, so guys, let me know what likes I'm on before I continue. Actually, let me know. And I can have a little biscuit here. And let's have it right. Let's not forget that the media hate Chelsea. Media hate Chelsea. Listen, what Matt Law said today, I'll tell you this now, has just proven my point about, is Potter being given the cards to deal, or is he dealt the cards? Tuchel was dealt the cards. And under Roman, he was dealt the cards. And let's have it right. Tuchel got a shit hand. What's Potter got? Potter's getting another shit hand. So we have to take a pinch of salt for Potter and understand he's got a lot of work to do. But let's move on now. I'm sure there's going to be some more news coming on. Let's talk about Potter. So let me try and get up what he said. I want to get out what Potter said. What's the best platform to do that? I think it's Absolute, innit? Let's go Absolute Chelsea. Let's see what we got here. All right. I love exposing. I love landing the minerals. You know that. There's nothing more satisfying than doing that. All right. So let's go through this. So obviously the latest is here. Let's have it right. Chelsea's official proposal for Enzo Fernandez was never 120 million euros. It was 85 million euros via Fabrizio Romano. Barring a resounding turnaround, Enzo Fernandez will stay at Benfica this month. Club president Rui Costa has shown a willingness to negotiate with Chelsea for several days, but now his position is that he stays unless a club triggers the release clause. Unless a club triggers a release clause. They want a bidding war, guys. They want a bidding war. That's by CL Merlot. Don't know who that is for the life of me. So they want the 120 million release clause. It's all a game of chess at the minute. So all right, let's just quickly run through. Another one, the Times Sport reporting it. Chelsea have been told to improve their offer to 120 million euros. We were told it's a done deal, guys. What's going on? Jacob Steinberg, another one. I mean, they're all coming out, these guys. They're all coming out. You can see it with your eyes. Bangers mash waffle. There's still no agreement. Yeah, we know that. All right, so Graham Potter and Erling Haaland, he's had a fantastic season, and his goals, they are amazing. They are a top team, but we have to think about ourselves, how we can do better, how we can take steps forward in our game. That is the approach we'll have. I mean, it's all the normal spill. When results aren't like you want them to be, people will question you. That doesn't even make sense, understandably. And because you're a human being and don't do everything perfectly, and there's always room to improve, it's not like the people criticizing you are 100% wrong. All right. I think if you did the research on football and not just Pep Guardiola, other people in the game who've played against my teams and watched the work I've done, there is a general level of respect. Okay, so he's sort of like trying to say, look, people in the game, and not just Pep who spoke on Graham Potter, respect Potter and his Potter ball. And we know that. We do as Chelsea fans, because we want to fucking well see it. But right now, we're not seeing any samples of it. And this is our issue. If we see samples of Potter ball, is it that complicated that you can't instill it straight away. I know we don't have all the players there, but fuck me, we got some really good players that can play Potter ball. You're not going to sell 25 men of this squad to bring in Potter ball. Let's have it right. So you need to get a balance of players that can play your Potter ball style or adapt to it, and players who can't, use them less and know that you're going to ease them out. If you're the gaffer, this is my thing. All right, instead of just keep player pleasing, playing players that maybe don't want to be at a club or have no plans to be at our club, yeah? Because there was all the brown envelope talk of Mudryk coming to Chelsea, all right? And if he comes, Pulisic will leave. Well, we know Pulisic wants to leave. We know Ziyech wants to leave. This is what I'm saying. Like, they don't push that too much. They're just pushing about us putting in bids. It's all hypothetical. It's all smoke screens, people. It's all smoke screens. There is certainly from my perspective to him, Guardiola, because he is a fantastic person, but also because of what he's achieved as a football. These guys can't write, man. As a football and coach, it's amazing. Yeah, whatever. I struggle to read these lot. They can't spell correctly. Graham Potter on areas to strengthen. It's a good question, but the problem is if I answer it and I'm specific, every single player in that area will be linked to Chelsea. Yeah, obviously. See, this Adam Newson, guys, he's blocked me, yeah? We all know that. I showed that. He's another one. He works with these guys. They push. I don't trust them with a barge pole, mate. I mean, he just writes in that they get these tickets to go in and ask Potter questions, yeah. And let me land it. This is exactly what this is how Potter should be, and to an extent, this is how Tuchel was. Tuchel was very much like this towards the end when they kept asking him about what's going on with the war in Russia and Roman Abramovich. And then this is how we should land it. And this is a Potter needs to grow some bollocks and land it with these brown envelopes. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I just want to address you people in front of me, the dailies. I had some of these banned for a few weeks, and to be honest, I get fed up with it. Your job is to tell the truth, right? That's your job. You can quote me when I'm accurate about things that I've said. I'm not going to have you twisting everything I say, okay? So the next time it's finished, you don't ever get back in, okay? To make that clear to you, you don't get back in. Finished. I'm fed up having to read papers and talk things I say, and I know I've said, and you completely twist it around, lie. Your job is to tell the truth. That's your job as a journalist. And if you can't do that, you're in the wrong job. Okay? So make that clear.
That's how it should be spoken, guys. This is how our gaffer should speak, yeah? All right? That's what you call the minerals, yeah? That's what you call minerals. And when you talk to brown envelopes like that, I respect that highly. All right, so let's just run down. As always, it's a boring answer, but my job is to help the players that are here and support the club in terms of decisions they make in terms of how to improve. Let's dissect that. My job is to help the players that are here and support the club in terms of decisions they make. Support the club in terms of decisions they make. That tells me the club make the decisions and he has no choice but to support it. Let's have it right. It's land of minerals. Don't take it any other way. There is more to come from Raheem, I'm sure, but he gives his best every day and we need to help him get to that level we know he can reach. It's been a challenge for him, but it's been a challenging period for everybody. There's been a lot of change and a lot has happened. So in that regard, it's not easy to completely settle or hit the ground running. Well, funny enough, Tuchel went through even more fucking drastic changes during the season, in fact. So I think people need to respect Tuchel a little bit more than these so-called fans do. They absolutely disrespect Tuchel and everything he did at our football club. But yet we're not going through as much turmoil right now. And yet this gaffer is struggling. We know it's hard, but your job is to make the players play better. Your job is to develop the players. Your job is to enhance a philosophy or try and get the closest to that. Right now, I see Nothing of the sort. And this is where I'm concerned. Doesn't mean I'm not backing the gaffer, but it means we have to be a little bit like apprehensive in that sense where is it going to take a game like tomorrow against City for it to click, for the minerals to land, that we start believing it, start seeing patterns of play, even if we lose? Do we see patterns of play? Do we show courage, fight, determination, passion, a way of playing? We haven't seen any of that. We've got training sessions. We need to be instilling this, guys. And Tuchel, let's have it right, didn't play the way he wanted to play, never got the chance to play he wanted to play. But what did he do? He adapted to the situation. He problem solved. He tried to play as close as he could to playing the way he wants to play, using the squad of players that he's got. And I want to see that from Potter with his philosophy. I'm not asking for anything. That's all I'm asking for, guys. I don't expect top four. I don't expect us to win anything. But I want to see development. And I expect to see it at a quicker rate than, say, an Arsenal in 4 years. Because we were in a better position. This is what I don't understand, guys. We won Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup. We're cup competition at the minute. We know we're not Premier League title contenders. We're not built for the Premier League. But at the same time, we have good enough players to play, to win games. We look just so defeated. We look like we've got no answers. No, we don't know what to do. And this is my issue. I don't like it. And if it continues, Potter's in trouble. I don't want to sack a gaffer. I don't want him to get sacked. I don't want Potter to get sacked. I would like to see his football come to fruition at Chelsea. I want to see that brand of football. But you have to get a balance between getting and working towards that end goal in that process, and also keeping some sort of balance here where you can win. All top class managers develop players. Look at Ten Hag developing the players at Manchester United, coaching them, developing them. That's what Tuchel did. That's what top managers do before they get the chance to build what they want to build and play the way they want to play. Ten Hag hasn't got all these players. Let's have it right. Yeah. Tuchel didn't have all these players, didn't get any really. Yeah. He actually didn't get any players, Tuchel. Fucking dig that, bruv. Dig that. Digest that for a second. Tuchel got shoehorn Lukaku and Sol. That's all he got. I mean, really. And arguably, you can say these ain't Potter signings either. You know, we're getting ripped apart here. We're getting ripped. I get really frustrated. I don't want to get frustrated. I don't want to get rattled because there is context to everything. It's not just like finger point there. And it's not Potter's fault. You have to put blame on the owners for putting Potter in this position without giving him any sort of chance to bed in, for fuck's sake. He should be thrown in there 5 games into the season. Never played Champions League football. Never been to a Champions League game. And he's doing well in the Champions League, ironically. I think European football suits our team, suits our players. But I don't see any development when it comes to our Premier League. And I don't want us dropping that further down the table. Let's have it right. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see what else he's got to say. Graham Potter and David Datro Fofana, big up to our new signing, who was at Nottingham Forest. He's been on a bit of a break, so we'll give him some time to train, to assess him, and then work out the best solution in terms of taking the next step in his career. So is he just going to go on loan? Graham Potter on Man City. We have to play well ourselves. That is the key. Then you have to understand the quality that they have and try to stop it. It sounds simple when you condense it down, but the reality, it isn't so straightforward. We know that. They're a top team, but we can cause them a problem. We can be ourselves and try to play well and put them under pressure. We need to use Stamford Bridge and then see what happens. All right, so he's calling for the crowd. He's calling for us to support the team and be loud, which we will be, but it needs to be heavier. But right now, there's a kind of disjointedness, I feel, between certain Chelsea supporters and this new gaffer, and it's nowhere near the same sort of connection as we had with Tuchel, and that's very hard to build. And with that, you have to gain our trust, And the only way you can gain trust is through development, progression, or winning something. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. I wouldn't say Man City clash can be used as a kickstart as we've played only 15. Such a lot has happened in those 15 games. And I've been here only 4 months. And it feels longer than that, if I'm honest. It's a season that's obviously unique. Yeah, I do understand that. As much as we want to win, and I don't want to sound like it's acceptable to lose, it's not. But unfortunately, part of the game is dropping points, is not succeeding. You've got to suffer and get better. I get that. I get the suffering. I get the transition. But let's have it right, Gaffer. You have to get a balance. You have to. Because if you don't get that balance, you need to change your team, tweak it, depend on your positions. You need to have your style of play, your way of playing. We need to play that. Listen, the fundamental basics, guys. Fundamental basics. What are they? Play the ball quickly. Don't let the opposition breathe. Press well. Move in transitions as a team. Do it the best you can. Do it the best you can. I don't see any of that. I see it slow, lethargic, sideways, backwards. This is the problem. This is my problem. When I think back to how I got to this point, Gaffer says, a lot of things are the setbacks and the moments of struggle. So it's not thinking of it as a kickstart. We focus on the next match, try to improve. So he's saying the generic stuff. We know that. This is what Pep Guardiola says on Chelsea's struggles. It's Premier League. Everyone is tough. That's why the predictions at the start of the season, always my answer. I don't know. Nobody knows. We will see what happens after the World Cup. Many things are going to happen. And then we got more brown envelope talk. Arsenal have been told to increase the Mudryk after it emerged. Chelsea are exploring a move for the Shakhtar Donetsk winger. They're holding out for closer to 85 million. That's sterling there. 85 million sterling. Fuck me. They want like 100, almost like 95 million euros for this Mudryk. They're a long way from Starbucks, bruv. They're all at it. They're all at it. So, guys, get me to. I should be on close to what? 250 likes, 250 likes. Guys, get me those likes. Get me those likes. Let's get up. Let's get up, guys. Get these likes up. Yeah. Let's get these likes up, guys. We don't know anything about the team news yet. We don't know anything about the team news. But listen, let's have it right. We've muddied how many brown envelopes today? We've muddied them all. We've had a good laugh today. Big up to Gemini, says Chelsea journos at it again. We know that. We know that. It's the same old story. Big up Johnny in here. Corey's in here. Louis James. Thoughts on City game, lads? He's asking everyone in chat. Guys, get in the chat. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Get in the chat. Get me over 200 likes, guys. We're all in here. Let's do it. Look, tomorrow. I've got no expectation for tomorrow's game. No expectation. I was confident at Forest. I thought, we're going to kick on from Bournemouth game and we're going to take some sort of positives and go and win against Forest. And I think if you win against Forest, the mood, the positivity around the club, the supporters is a little bit more lifted. And then we can go and bring it into the City game. Right now, we're going a bit deflated. Right now, we're going off brown envelopes, spreading shit, lies. Players we know want to leave. This is another thing that wound me up. Today, we heard Kante is close to signing. But the other day, it's 50-50 on Kante. Then it's Kante's not likely to sign. What is it? What is it? I'm tired of hearing these rumours on contracts. We heard about Jorginho. He's likely to go to Naples, or he's going to hold out for Italy. He could well go in January. It's like, bro, come on. How much more are we going to hear this stuff circulate? We know Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, all up for contract renewals. Think about that. And the chances are, I think out of the three, Kante's probably the most likely to stay. I don't think Cover stays. I think Cover goes. I think Cover's looking at this going, I've had enough. You got Thiago Silva contract renewal. You got Mason Mount contract renewal. That should be the number one fucking priority, Mason Mount. That should be the number one priority, is to sign Mason Mount. Give him what he wants, what he deserves, and move on and prepare and bring in signings. This is not healthy. You got Pulisic now. Pulisic, we know, I've been telling everyone he wants to leave. Pulisic is likely to leave. Ziyech is likely to leave. We're talking five players now. 5 players. You got Kai Havertz on what? 2 years left on his contract. He's due renewal as well. It's a lot. This is a lot. This is a sticky situation. But I'm going to land the minerals now. What does that do for the gaffer? Player power at Chelsea has always been very, very predominant. We know that. It's always been something that wins all the time with the board. But right now, players are at the end of their contracts. Right now, Potter, the board could easily go, do you know what? I don't think we're going to re-sign you. So if you're bitching and moaning about Graham Potter, then you're likely to leave. And puts the board and puts Graham Potter in a strong position. Whereas if they weren't, if they were like Sterling Koulibaly's, who are on long-term contracts, on big money, it's very difficult if they're unhappy or they don't agree with the gaffer. That's where you get a problem, when those players go to a board. All right. Now, there could be some players that are in those situations that are going to the board and saying, I don't buy what this gaffer's, or who have you brought in charge? Tuchel was the man, for example, right? For example, that would be dangerous. That could hurt Potter. And that could be well the case at the minute, and why our performances are the way they are. But the ones that don't hold weight are the players that are near the end of their contracts. So I think they don't really care anyway. But if that's the case, Potter's got to be land the bollocks and not play them. It's as simple as that. But the problem is he hasn't got depth in the squad to do that. Because if he does that, it weakens us even more, because they're probably like the best out of what we got. It's a very difficult situation. When you dissect it, it's a difficult situation Potter's in. It is difficult. It's not easy. But like I say, I want to see it. I'm straying away from the game. I want to say this. This game, it would be very Chelsea to go out and win this game tomorrow and beat City. It's sort of like, yeah, it could happen. But it could also be the other way, where City will just batter us, or it will be a battering of a 1-0, for example. I think we'll be very cautious. We'll try to be defensively very solid, not concede many goals. We don't want to be embarrassed and have damage limitation. We have to be prepared to suffer. We have to suffer. No, none of that nonsense. Go in there. You're at home. You're at Stamford Bridge. We were under Tuchel. We beat them back-to-back 3 times in one season. Let's have it right. And we still own them. We still own Manchester City. We still got their scars are from Chelsea. They lost that Champions League. And that scar and that cut will always be the deepest at Manchester City. Yeah. And for Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, that hurts him. That's why they always want to beat Chelsea. Yeah. But I want to see us play with a freedom, a fear, and more importantly, a will to fucking win, with belief to win. I want to see that belief that we can win. And if you show me that and you try and do that, and we see that, like, we can't take that away from them. But right now, that second half performance of Nottingham Forest was absolutely shambolic. It was disgraceful. All the changes, everything, it was just shocking. You have to play Mason Mount. You have to play Kai Havertz in this game. You have to play them. You have to play Thiago Silva. You have to play Jorginho, funny enough. You have to play, potentially, Kovacic. I would play Kovacic and Jorginho with Mason Mount. That's what I would play, right? And then you're going to play, in my opinion, I would play Trev Chalobah's right back or right centre back. If you're going to play him right centre back, you play Dave on the right back, and then you play Cucurella left back and Thiago Silva in the back four. And up front, like I say, I would almost have Kai and Mace as roaming 10s, 8-10s together, and you play a Sterling, and unfortunately, no other striking option is what's his name, Aubameyang. That's the only other option where you've just got someone who can finish when you get the chance. That's probably the lineup I'd go for, even though I despise Aubameyang at the minute. I don't really rate him. I don't think he wants to play at our football club. Otherwise, you play Kai as the 9. Just play Kai as the 9, and then have Pulisic and Sterling. Even though Sterling was shocking, I thought Pulisic wasn't very good either. Kai didn't have his best game against Forest, but at the same time, it was very difficult for him because our midfield was just getting opened up like a brothel. So we have to be better in the midfield. I don't think this is a game for Zachariah. Let's have it right. This is not a game for Zachariah. And I think you need experience in this game. Now, like I say, there's nothing wrong with having youngsters being brought into this football club and buying these young Fofanas and what's his name, Santos's and all that. But you need to bed it in with experience. If you ain't got the experience in some sort of way or another, then that's where we get done. Lewis Hall's a good shout as well. Big up, Cursor. That's a good shout as well. So let's have it right, Stillbread. Tuchel is the owner of Pep and City. He is. He really is. He's an absolute don. He's a don, mate. Legend. So, guys, what likes are we on? Listen, anyone else, coming out of all this talk about Enzo Fernandez, please do mention me on Twitter. If you ain't followed me on Twitter, it's Minerals FC, Instagram, Minerals FC, TikTok, Minerals_FC. We got Twitch, Minerals_FC. 185. No, bruv. Let's get to 200. I want to end the stream minimum 200, 220, 250. Guys, we did very well on the last stream. We got almost 400 likes. I think we got 400 likes on the last stream. We're nowhere near it on this one. And we've had some live minerals landing, literally. Who knows what we're going to sign? But I tell you what, Matt Law confirmed to us today something very key, which is what I've been telling everyone, that it's the ownership that buying the players. So just remember that. If you ain't seen it on this stream, you're late in, go back, listen, and you'll understand. You'll understand. Nutty Blue, I will do a call in. I've also got, let's have it right, I'm going to do a weekly show with someone. And it's going to be absolute minerals. And that'll be coming. I think we're going to do it every Friday on my channel. And then it will be on a Monday on their channel. And I want everyone to keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to say who, but it's going to be heavy. Yeah. No nonsense. And we love that. What happened to ES Grimes, by the way, guys? What happened to ES Grimes? What happened to it? No, it's not Lewis. What happened to ES Grimes, guys? What happened? In the woods. Woodpeckers now. They're woodpeckers now. They just flew away, bruv. Flew away like the wind. Oh, mate. All right. It's like I say, there is no. Oh, let me finish. Big up, Chelsea Dan, bruv. There is no tier 1 for Chelsea Football Club. The sooner you accept that, the better you'll be. Guys, in the chat, everyone in the chat, everyone that supports my channel, I want you to write in the chat, every single one that you know is in them woods. I want you to write every single one that is in the woods, that you know has been thrown in there, who's been mudding in there. I want you guys to write that in there. I want to see how attentive you lot are. How long you've been supporting me. How many do you know that have been mudded in there? Let me know in the comments. I want to see it. I want to see it. Let me see what you got. Let me see what you got. I want to see if you bring up some proper ones, yeah? Come on, guys. Let's see. Come on, keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. You know there's plenty of them in there. There's plenty of them in there. Come on. You're doing well. You're doing well. You're doing very, very well. Everyone's on it. You lot are proper supporters. You know that. You lot are proper Minerals FC. I'll tell you that now. Wow. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Big up British Patriot in here as well. My member, all my members. Big up to all you guys. Oi! D. Thomas knows as well. D. Thomas knows as well. The Minerals Army. I have to applaud you lot. I really do. You are on the Minerals. You are on it. You are on it. Absolutely on it. There's a lot of people in the woods there, guys. There's a lot of people in the woods here. Let's bring them up. We got 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Piss and mash, pies and mash. There we go. There we go, toothpick. We got... Everyone's in here, bruv. You done them all. You done them all. There we go. There we go. There we go. Even Bowley. That's how you say it. That's the correct terminology. Right there. Right there. You know the deal. You know the deal. Yes. 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 Some great ones in here. Oh, yeah, of course. There we go. Simon Johnson. I mean, Bartek's on it, bruv. He's on it. He's written quite a lot down there. He's written most of them. There we go. Listen, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Broke Alona. Broke Alona been in the mud. They're in the woods for a long time. How's their Champions League money going? How's their Champions League money going? Team Sheet Merchant. Everyone's in here, bruv. Everyone's in here. I'm very impressed. You know that. You're true supporters of this channel. You really are. True, proper Mineral supporters, man. Proper Mineral supporters. Big up to every single one of you. Big up to every single one of you. Fantastic stuff. Lukaku's definitely in there. He's definitely in there, bro. But the thing is, he's not only muddied, he's cemented in the woods. He's cemented in the woods. Absolutely cemented. I hope Chelsea old boys is all right, my geezer. I haven't seen him in here for a little while. I hope he's well. Big up to Chelsea old boys. Hope you're doing well, geezer. As always, we see things they'll never see. That's for him. That's for all of us. To a little reminder, and I think Potter needs to have a look at that. He needs to walk into our cabinet room, which is a huge, huge vicinity, and look at all the trophies in there and go, I need to add to that. And I'm going to add to that. And use some sort of fight and give him some sort of adrenaline, some kickstart to learn the minerals and do that. Yeah, we need to see that. We don't want Potter to come into Chelsea and end up like this. We do not want that. We do not want that, guys. We want him to succeed, guys. We want him to succeed. We don't want him like that. We need to plant more trees, Johnny. There's no room left in the woods. I have to start exporting them to Norway. We can ship them out. We can ship them out. Not a problem. You know it. Lukaku's in the woods. Oh, yes. Well done. Well done. Early doors, that. Early doors. Very early doors, CFC. You're on it, son. You're on it. Fuck it. We put everyone in there. We put everyone in there. Oh, man. Everyone on Lewis's, all Lewis's lot, they're all in there, bruv. I mean, they're gasping. They're gone. They're finished. They're in there. Oh, I love that. I'm overwhelmed, in fact, that you lot know the deal. You know the deal. Well, this is one of the biggest wrongings in the game. We know about that. Actually, I didn't bring that up, did I? I should have brought that up today. I'll bring it up now. Why not? Let's get it up. Here we go. Here we go. Just a short story, guys. I don't know. A lot of you probably follow me on Twitter anyway, but let's land it. Let's really cement it in. As you can see, a short story. Get in the bin. Tuchel out to what is Graham Potter doing? Yeah. If he scores 15, it would be a really good season. I'm sorry, Erling Haaland. Listen, a short story of just the minerals landing now. Get in the bin. Get in the bin, bruv. Shocking. Anyone who listens to that, I don't know what to say, bruv. Oh, dear. But let's have it right. We support our team. We love our team. We love our players. I don't want to hear all this nonsense that we're all shit. We're not that shit. Yeah. We've won Club World Cup, Super Cup. We've got the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. Johan Minerals, man. Any of the haters, simple. Middle finger up to every single one of them. Every single one of them, middle finger up. Let's have it right. And this is what I want to play. I forgot this one. Right. This is the mentality, guys. Let me get it up. This is the mentality that Potter should be landing. Yeah. This is the mentality that Potter should be landing. Let me get it up. Here we go. Are you ready, guys? All right. Let's go.
I've given up. They gave up. No excuses. But we'll hear a lot of rubbish over the next few days from players. We've heard it. There'll be statements, or guaranteed the next few days. Sorry about that. We'll try better next week. I can tell you which lads will be making the statements through their teams and Twitter and all that rubbish. No. It's what you do on the pitch really interests me, not all the other garbage.
There we go. More of this.
Look
to
at the
come.
two
We've
brown
still got to
envelopes
hear
there. They
from
don't know what to say,
the
and
main
then they just want to
protagonists,
grin.
the managers in this situation, and
Because
plenty
it's
more
facts,
from Roy.
bruv. Roy Keane's landed it. You know, we need more of that. We need more of that mentality. You know, go out there, show us on the pitch. Just show that you care. I know there's players. Mason Mount, he cares. Thiago Silva, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, they do care, bruv. There are players there that care. They do care, but some of them, they're just not fucking showing it enough. And we need to see it. We need to see the desire to play for the crest, to play for the badge. That's what it's about. If you ain't got that, and you ain't got unity, and you don't have togetherness and team spirit, then you might as well just pack up your bags and not go to training, not turn up in games. Don't even bother turning up. And just take your money. That's all it's about. Yeah. Top Bins is in the woods digging more holes. Big up to all you got. All the Minerals FC firm. Keep mudding the haters. Keep mudding the haters, as we do. Listen, I want to see more fight from Potter. Stop being Mr. Nice Guy, and you've got to show you got minerals, bruv. Yeah. But at the same time, is he just a yes man? So if he's just a yes man, no one's going to listen to him anyway. It's a very... Proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the pudding. That's where I'm going to leave it. Guys, you know what to do, yeah? You know what to do. We're sending those brown envelopes to the test. Guys, are we on 200 likes yet? Are we on the 200 likes? We should be on the 200 likes, guys. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. Yeah? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, guys. If I've missed any super minerals, then forgive me. I did miss, I can't remember who it was. Someone said they're a member for 4 months. Big up to everyone who's a member at Minerals FC. Let me just see. Let me just see. Oh, there's one there. Here we go. I want this boy in quick, smart, or don't bother. We need him now till salvage season and to settle in for next season and not the end of Jan. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about, Mitchie? Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Mudryk? Are you talking about Enzo? It doesn't matter if Potter doesn't show the you know, enthusiasm like the Lego head merchant, but or like Tuchel did for the right reasons. Because Potter's just not that sort of. He's a very relaxed guy. He sits on the touchline, arms crossed, very composed. He lets his football do the talking. I think once he's at a point where he's comfortable, I think he'll just still be the same. He's one of those characters. We have to see. We have to see, guys. Was Enzo right? So Mitch says about Enzo. Yeah, he is quick, smart. He's a good, lovely little player. I've said it. He's a lovely little player, but they're shoehorning 120 million euros, which apparently was a done deal. It's a done deal, yeah. They said it's a done deal. Yeah, Lego head merchant is in the woods as well. We know that. Let's have it right. Yeah, like Ancelotti. Ancelotti was so calm, guys. So calm. But we still loved him. Like, do you know what I mean? He won us the double and that. He got sacked unjustified with it, like down the tunnel. Mitch said, me, member Johnny Boy, big up to you, Mitchie, for becoming a member for 4 months. Big up to all my members. If you want to be a Minerals FC member, it's pinned at the top of the live chat. I think I've pinned it at the top of the live chat, or it's in the description below. Feel free, support the channel and all that jazz. Like and subscribe and everything. You know the deal, guys. You know the deal. So, guys, I'm going to leave it on that. Big up to every single one of you in here. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. We will do streams again. More than likely, it's going to be Friday. Friday will be my next stream. So I'll let this one sit here for a while. We've landed some serious points, some serious minerals. We said it how it is and exposed a lot of frauds in the game. And like I say to you all, guys, please, at the end of this stream, put your comments down below. Put your comments down below at the end of the stream. At the end of the stream. Big up to Mitch, if you suit me. Got my hopes up with Enzo wrong. Is this what I'm saying? Everyone's hopes have been just raised up. And now look at them. You know, everyone's going to get all the daggers thrown at them. Listen, in the day, you fight with a sword, you'll die by the sword, as the saying goes, yeah? But we, you know, us at Minerals FC, we don't need to do that because we're just military, bruv. We're so solid. We're so assured of ourselves that when we go into battle, we're just winners. In fact, it's not even a battle. It's just like a see you later. Drink your tears. Yeah? Up the Chels. There's no tier ones for Chelsea Football Club. Just remember that. There are no tier ones. They're all garbage, bangers and mash, waffle merchants, no onions, no gravy, no herbs. Respect to Top Bins. Respect Johnny. No clickbait, just truths. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Big up Steve Bernardi from North Carolina. Big up to you. Big up to everyone all over the world that supports the Minerals FC. I appreciate everything you guys supporting me. The way you support me is like I say, the channel doesn't grow without you guys. So fantastic. Thank you so much to every single one of you. And as I say, plenty more content coming. Plenty more content coming. But if you're just new in here or you've just subscribed in here, don't just look at this stream. You can go to start, list this stream if you're late in here and go to start. But also look at my stream before this. Minerals landed on things that have just happened now. And also my Twitter. And then look at previous streams of all the summer, mate. There is so much there. There is so much there to just show. There is no bullshit here. It's straight up. No nonsense. Say it as it is and land the minerals. And be as positive as possible. Yeah. Big up Nate Blue, bruv. We had an earthquake over here and I was still watching your minerals landed yesterday. Let's have it right. What a legend. Listen, minerals to you. Minerals to you. Oh, that's fantastic. Brilliant stuff. Oh, love that stuff. All right, guys. So I'm going to end it on that. That was quality. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, become Minerals FC member, hit the notifications, keep winning, stay strong. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Right, Friday London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go.
Oi, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.